the HaYom. This is the sayings of the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, which were compiled by our Rebbe, called HaYom. Every day is another saying. You should say words of Torah copiously. Copiously means like in tremendous amount. Say psalms, verbally, orally, reviewing, saying over Mishnah, wherever you can, in order to fortify and strengthen the whole entire creation of the world. The world was created from the Torah. And also it has a personal benefit for us. You're saved from the tribulations after death, which is called the throwing around of the grave and the slingshot after the grave. It says things that happen to the soul. It's a big shock for the soul to leave the body after a person dies. It's a big shock for the soul to leave the body. By saying words of Torah, as you avoid all these, and there you merit all the highest revelations after death or before death. Say words of Torah. Torah help you whether in this world or after this world, whether while you're alive or after. The soul never dies. So by saying words of Torah, as it fortifies and it strengthens and balances, makes firm the whole entire world, and also helps your soul. Helps your soul. Okay, words of Torah. Now let us say tomorrow's HaYom. My father wrote, this is the previous Rebbe speaking about his father, who was the fifth Rebbe of Chabad, that he read in the name of the Alter Rebbe, the first Rebbe of Chabad, that all of the rabbinic authors, until these commentaries of the Taz and the Shach was Siftei Cohen, and the Taz was, what's his name? Halevi, I forget. Anyway, the Taz and the Shach, these are the two main commentators, explainers of the Shulchan Aruch. They composed their works with the Ruach HaKodesh, with divine spirit. The Taz and the Shach, they lived about, something like 400 years ago. Maybe a little bit more. Right, that's right, about 400 years ago. And they composed their work with what's called Ruach HaKodesh, divine spirit. An individual's divine spirit, as it's explained by a book which is called Korban Ha'eda. It says that the mysteries of the Torah are revealed. God speaks through people, gives Torah ideas to people. In English, it's called inspiration. This comes from the aspect of the Chachma in its pre-revelation state, a very high state. The Torah is the wisdom of God. And there's sometimes that certain people can receive from this wisdom of God. There's also very possible that a lot of people think that they do, or they say that they do, and they have no idea what they're doing. But nevertheless, there is such a thing where some people wrote from divine inspiration. Divine inspiration. It says that the Beit Yosef Cairo, he's buried in Sfat, that he had an angel that used to speak to him and help him with learning ideas. Of course, the Torah is not from heaven, but the angel would just help him to understand, right, deep ideas of the Torah that he could check afterwards and see if it really came out to be true. And so that's divine inspiration. The Torah is written from people who were helped by intellectually by God. Genius ideas, inspiration from God. Okay, that is if so, when you learn the Torah, especially learn the Shulchan Aruch, which the Shulchan Aruch is not just a book that was arbitrarily written, a constitution or a Bill of Rights or something like that was written by people. The Shulchan Aruch is saying that it's written by God, even though we know who the people are that wrote it. Nevertheless, these people wrote with what's called divine spirit. It wasn't their own intellect alone that wrote it. It was intellect which came through them from the creator of the universe. The Shulchan Aruch. Okay, now, yes. The Lubavitcher Rebbe made a very big thing of this, especially regarding, I mean, the Shulchan Aruch is the king, the decider of all of Judaism, but especially the law of what is a Jew. What is a Jew? The Torah was given only to the Jewish people. The commandments of the Torah are only for Jews. Don't eat blood, don't eat milk and meat. Those are only for Jews. Especially Shabbat and learning Torah. Non-Jews are not supposed to keep Shabbat. It's forbidden for them to keep Shabbat. The Torah is given, but who is a Jew? Who is obligated? So that the idea that there could be a conversion, a person wants to convert, not according to the Shulchan Aruch, means not according to God. So the person is not a Jew. So that's the Shulchan Aruch decides the very essence of what Judaism is. What is a Jew? What defines what a Jew is? If that's not defined, then all of Judaism is destroyed. God forbid. That's why the Shulchan Aruch is so tremendously important. Okay, let us